Good morning and welcome to the Angel Advisory for the week of January 10th to the 16th. The energy this week is rather interesting because I've been getting sort of a lot of different messages that were kind of conflicting, and so I spent some time with this and just kind of tried to pull it all together. And essentially the energy for this week is things are exactly as they appear. This is not a week to sort of second guess what things are. It's not a week to stray off of our logic and our reasonable mind and that and sort of go, okay, well, maybe that's happening because of this, because that is sort of pulling in a fantasy and wishing for something that different than what is actually appearing to you. So everything is exactly as it appears this week, and it's time for you to sort of just take everything at face value and go forward from there. And realize that if things are not working out exactly as you wanted them to, or as you'd hoped that they would, or whatever, but things are sort of appearing a little bit differently, that it's not for you. And so that means that something better is coming along. Often, though, when that's happening and that it's a little bit hard to accept and to deal with, however, this week's energy is all about exactly that. It's just sort of going, okay, things weren't exactly going A, B, C, D, and I seem to have hit a roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, so this really is not for me, and something better is coming along. So when I say that this week is take things exactly as they appear to be, it's all about our logical, reasonable mind. It is not about our fantasy and stuff like that. And fantasy is a hard thing. It's not about our daydreaming mind. It's about taking things at face value, because that is how they are. So if you get sort of a hit and think, oh, I'm being denied something, or that person is not quite telling a truth, know that that is correct. Know also that if it involves other people, chances are there's not much you can do about it, and just sort of let it be, let it unfold in its natural course. Don't try and force things to be what they aren't, and just allow it to be. So I think that is our essential energy imprint of this week, is allowing things to be exactly as they are, and to accept that, and to, unconditionally just sort of allow them to be. Do not try and force something to happen that is not going to happen, and don't try to, mold it to what you desire or what you think it should look like. Just accept it at face value, and life will be a lot easier for you this week. So today I'm going to use the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. I haven't used these for a while. And we're going to see what we have in store for us this week, or what will help us. Oh. So the first card out is the Man Holding a Heart. So this usually entails that it's either our masculine side, which is more the logical, than the feminine side, which is more the dreamy, the intuition side of us. But the male side of us, and everyone has masculine and feminine energies within their being, is more the logical, rational, reasonable, in that they really, men, if you think about it, they don't just talk. They actually they are the action people, and that is what this week is about. So it could also mean that a man holding a heart, but I'm really not feeling this. I really feel that this is us within, allowing our masculine side to come forward and be the logical and be the just a action person, and just get things done from the point that they are, and not by using our intuition and sort of fantasizing or nurturing something that is not to be. So this is what I believe this card. That's not what I believe. That's what I'm getting for this card. It could be that a man will play prominent in helping you to keep balance this week, and to know that things are just as they are. It is what it is. There's not much you can do about it. No use crying over spilt milk. Let's just pick it up and carry on. So that is what that card is speaking to me of. It's very supportive. Okay, walking away, and we might have to do this an awful lot this week. We might just have to walk away from a situation and not get involved in the drama and everything. And that is a little bit harder, because if if our heart is entrenched in something and we really desire something, and it could be for someone else rather than ourselves, or if we see somebody doing something and we know that, oh, this could be a little bit better if they weren't doing that, and that could be our logical self telling us, oh, because we can see the bigger picture from the outside looking in. We are not emotionally involved in a lot of things, and so then we can see a bigger picture, and we might have to walk away. And walking away is the bigger part of valor in all of the instances that you're going to come up with this week. Rather than feeding the drama, feeding the angst, the anger, the anxiety, excuse me, the stress, the sadness, or whatever, just really be cognizant that what you are putting into it, and be prepared to walk away from any situation that is sort of roadblocking you and going, not for you. Not for you. You'll be glad you did as it unfolds and you realize that it just really wasn't for you. And it's not about you. It's just about, this is the time for the energy to be really clear on us knowing that things are exactly as they appear. There's no hidden agendas this week. And if you think that there is, then that's where you could have some trouble. It's like everything is open. Okay, the fourth chakra, which is our heart chakra. 1, 2, 3. Yes, our heart chakra is playing, and Archangel Raphael is there, so he's helping to heal. So this could mean that our true heart's desire, or something that we really hold close to our heart, might actually show its true colors this week. And we just need to know that, okay, it's not for us. Move forward and keep going in that. And perhaps it'll show up that it's not for us in that state, but perhaps there are different things. And it's about keeping like an open mind and keeping everything just sort of like, okay, logically, this looks like this is what it is. That's the end of it. There's a roadblock here. I accept that. And often that's all that it requires, is just accepting that. And our higher self, our guides, our angels, and our intuitive self then opens up and goes, this still though has some possibilities, and it will move us in a different direction completely and bring it to it. It could be that, something that's long dreamed of is just really, or that we perceived. And actually what's coming to my mind is, I was watching a program last night where one person thought that it was a romantic involvement, and the other person clearly had not led that on, had not thought that at all. And there was this one standing there, and there was all this angst and everything, and you could just see the wheels turning, that they were going to be scheming about how they were going to retaliate and get back at this person for not leading him on, and not acknowledging that, hey, there was this connection that person thought there was. So there could be some of that where your heart gets sort of ripped out, and if you could remove yourself and look back at it, it might be that, hey, it never was there. This was my imagination that created this bigger than what it really was. So the fourth chakra, which is our heart chakra, and so a lot of times if we follow our heart and we trust that, which is more of our intuition than our mind, our ego mind, it makes things a lot easier typically. So in this week, be sure to pay special attention to your heart chakra. Know that if it is at all hurting, that Archangel Raphael is just a call away to come and help you to heal it and to feel a little better. And I think we will pull one more card to see what... I don't really want 3 cards, so I'm just going to go like this, and then, oh, there, that's the one that really wanted to come out. And I apologize, it fell on the floor. Yin and yang. It's all about keeping the balance this week, people. That's all it is about. It's just about knowing that, there will be some, it's probably a really good time to think about where we're going, what we want, and really look at it for what it is, and just keep ourselves in balance. And being that this is the second full week of our new year 2016, and that it's very appropriate that this is more of a thinking week, a more of a logical, rational week, and not a dreamy, airy, living in a different realm week. So it's really about keeping balance within ourselves this week, and sort of realizing that there is light and there is dark. There's dark within the light, there's light within the dark, and together that is life. And so we need to keep that in mind this week as we're going through and taking everything at face value for what it actually is. And knowing that by accepting it at face value doesn't mean that we're giving up on our dreams. We're just sort of going, okay, well, this isn't right for me. This is a roadblock. It's not for me. And moving on. So I just wish each of you a fabulous week. And I hope that, as we think through our week and everything, we become a lot clearer on what it is that 2016 is bringing our way, what gifts will be unfolding. And if we don't, that's okay too, because we are still early in the year. So for today, I say namaste to each and every one of you. And I thank you for coming and joining me again this week. And I'll see you all next week.